What's up everybody, it's Charles, and I've had this R32 for right about 2 months. And in that time we have fixed so many issues. Remember back to the everything wrong with the R32 video, and the dings just kept coming. I've fixed so much in such a short time that I wanted to go back and review all the things that we've fixed on this car. And for those of you wondering, yes, most of these will have a DIY video along with it. First up, I installed an OEM radio and got rid of the aftermarket one. We put a new thermostat, crack pipe, and thermostat housing in due to a failing thermostat. And somehow, this thermostat housing was not leaking. We did the Diesel Geek short shifter kit and bushing repair set. And I also installed the Diesel Geek belly pan. I got a shift knob that was in much better condition from Megan at Volkswagen, so shout out Megan, thank you very much. A set of carpeted mats, some touch-up paint, some new clear marker lights in the bumper, a really cool poster, and a Halidex wrench from my man Takeo. Some H&R lowering springs, which brought the car down about an inch. And when we did the springs, I did Bilstein shock absorbers, and of course, polyurethane strut mount bushings, new bearings, and spring seats and hats for the rear. Replaced some of the worst worn control arm bushings that I've ever seen with polyurethane bushings. And while we were in there, threw on a set of polyurethane bushings on the front sway bar. I put a new OEM air filter in it, went in and replaced all the bushings in the dog bone mount, OEM wipers, new car keys with remotes because the car only had one key, added the gauge sweep in the cluster, put on new brakes, Hawk HPS pads, Stop Tech rotors, and new brake lines from USP Motorsport, and also installed the brake stiffening kit from Tyrol. I got the parcel shelf and I didn't have to pay $300 something for it. One of the most talked about changes on the car was getting rid of the front grille and replacing it with a factory one. Let me know what you guys think I should do with that old grille. Maybe we should do a giveaway or something. Drop it down in the comments and let me know. I removed the tint, which didn't go awesome. Did a service on the transmission, the Halidex, the rear diff, and of course did the brake fluid when we did the brake job. I had intended to only replace one tie rod end, but due to the right side not being the correct one, put two new tie rod ends on. I replaced the spark plugs and a breather hose that was broken, installed a new overhead console, and one of the first things was install the flasher mod relay for the turn signals. So we've done a lot in this last 2 months, and I know a lot of you guys are asking and wondering, how does the car drive? Guys, this car drives like a completely different vehicle. You may also be wondering about the polyurethane bushings providing feedback into the car. The car is definitely stiffer than it was before I did all this work. It's a little bit stiffer than it would have been from the factory, but honestly, it feels great and the car drives amazing. One other modification I didn't mention is I got new wheels and tires. I haven't done a reveal video on that yet, but that will be coming soon. You're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer. So in just 54 days, we've done a lot to this car and we're getting it back to where it really should be. I wanna thank you guys for being such an awesome part of this build. Without you, I couldn't have done it. If you wanna check out more videos on the R32, hit that R32 rehab playlist. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course Snapchat for more frequent R32 updates. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and if you're wondering about the GTI, the Mark III Turbo, don't worry, that one will be back on the road before you know it.